Hey guys, Jen here. So today I'm going to give you a little hack on how to make a Mario piranha plant. So my son is obsessed with Mario and his 6th birthday is going to be all Mario related. And I thought that these would be some really cute centerpieces. So you need some soup cans, different sizes, whatever size you want. And then you need to pick up some type of ball from the Dollar Tree. I picked up this one because I had like the smooth finish. They also had some larger ones that were soccer and basketball, but they had those soccer basketball grooves in them. So I'm going to use this one. And then you need some construction paper or foam. I got this little packet from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use the green. And then you also need these foam pop tape things. I'm going to cut these to make the dots and the lips for the piranha plants and the teeth as well. So let's get started on this project. Alright, the first thing that we're going to do is cut our ball to make a mouth for the piranha plant. So what I'm going to do is just kind of sketch out a rough piranha plant mouth. And so I'm just going to kind of do a sketch here. You want the sides to be round, but you want it to come to a point. So I just kind of sketched it out with a Sharpie. Then I'm going to use a Dollar Tree candle. Now if you have a hot knife, this would be perfect, but I don't. So I'm going to use my razor blade here. This is just a Scotch razor blade. I'm going to heat up my tip. It's going to get nice and black. This is one reason why I used this one, because then I can take the black blade that's on here and then just, you know, knock it off. So Walmart does sell hot knives for $12. I did see them over there, but I didn't want to spend $12 on one project. The other thing that you could use is a foam ball. That would work well. So I'm going to just cut into this. And I'm going to cut until it won't cut anymore. So I'm having some struggle here. That tells me my knife is cooled down. Just heat this up. It does take a minute. Just make sure the knife stays hot. But you can see it really does kind of just melt like butter. And I don't have any tearing of the sides. And the black that's on here is not burnt. It's just the residue from the knife. So like I said, it takes a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting this up here. Feel free to fast forward if you don't want to watch all this, but I want everybody to see about how long it takes. I can show you right here. See this little tear right here? That's because my knife was too cool. If you try to cut this without heating up the knife, it will just do that all the way around the ball. I tried. So I'm just going to keep going deeper and deeper into this until my two triangles, or to my two lines, meet. And then we'll clean everything up that's on the inside. This candle smells really good, by the way. It is the vanilla honey. I had not seen it there before, and I needed a candle, so I thought I might as well get one that I will enjoy the smell. And it comes in this really cute little ball jar, which is awesome. So when my candle is done, I will maybe put a different wax in it. Or save it for, I don't know, Q-tips or something. I don't know. So I'm getting closer. I can start to feel it loosen up here. There we go. So there's my little foam piece that's out. Now what I'm going to do is just kind of clean up the edges so I have a nice clean mouth. Like this little part right here, it looks like it needs to be a little deeper just to make it even. Otherwise, you can see it gives you a really pretty clean cut on the inside. So this is our little piranha plant. I have another one here, and they don't have to be perfect, perfectly matched, I should say. And just depending on how far you want to cut in. Alright, so then the next thing that you would do after you got all this cleaned up how you want it, and we're going to put something over this, so it just really needs to be kind of level. It doesn't have to be completely perfect. So I'm making 3 of these, so I'm going to cut open 3 mouths, and then we're going to paint them. So I did go ahead and paint one with chalk paint, and I'm not really fond of it. I don't like the feeling of it, and it's not shiny, and I feel like it should be shiny. So I am going to go ahead and paint all of them with the chalk paint though, just for kind of like a primer. And then I'm going to go in with some spray paint. I don't have much of this left, but it is a gloss banner red. I just happen to have this sitting around my house from a Halloween project that I made, or a costume I made for my son a couple years ago. So I'm going to finish this up. The chalk paint I'm using is Waverly chalk paint in crimson. Like I said, just to give it a primer and so I won't have to use so many coats of the chalk paint. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these up, finish painting them with the chalk paint, and then we'll go outside and spray them with the red paint, and then I will give you the next step. Alright, so the first thing you need from the Dollar Tree is this little toy ball. They had like basketballs and soccers and stuff, but I liked this because it was a smooth finish. So we're going to use this, and we're going to cut out a mouth for it and paint it red. So this is 1 coat of chalk paint. I am now going to go see the difference between 1 coat of chalk paint and using some spray paint. So I'm going to spray paint my other one, and we're going to see how that goes. This one I cut first and then painted, and this one I'm going to paint first and then cut. So let me go do that, and I will show you the difference. Alright, so while our balls are drying with the spray paint, I'm going to go ahead and paint these dowel rods from the Dollar Tree green for the stems. So I did pick this paint up at Walmart. I'm not even really sure what kind of paint it is, except for that it's Kelly green. Now, it appears to me that this might be chalk paint, only because the stickers are the same on the top, but the bottle is a little bit smaller. I'm not sure. It was on clearance for $1.37. So we're just going to paint this. I'm sure it's some type of tempera paint, maybe chalk paint. I'm not too concerned about it, but it is green. It is the only other green I have besides like a lime green, and I wasn't really liking lime green. So we shall see what kind of paint this is. But I did just use a Dollar Tree foam block. I didn't even take it out of the wrapping. Just stuck that down in there to paint my dowel rods. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that. And let's see here. If you had spray paint, you could totally spray paint these. I just thought it would be easier to use this dollar paint than to go buy spray paint. So I'm just painting these up. I'm going to go ahead and get these done and let them dry, and we'll get back. So I sprayed my little balls here, and I ended up using 2 coats of spray paint, and you can see it did really well, covered everything up. So now we're going to cover the inside here with some foam. So I'm just going to use my Dollar Tree foam, and you could paint this if you wanted. I just wanted something that looked a little sleeker, if you will. So like I said, this is the Dollar Tree packs of foam. This is something they carry all the time in the Crafter Square section, which is good because it's not one of those like items that you can't find or whatever. So alright, I just gotta figure out how I want to do this. I think I just want to do one smooth piece. The table's dirty. I'm thinking just one smooth piece, glue this down, and then trim the edges after is what I'm thinking with this. We are going to put something around the edge, so it doesn't have to be perfect around the edge. So let me get my hot glue gun heated up, and then we'll work on this. Alright, so what we're going to do is take our ball here, and I'm going to run some hot glue down the center of the mouth, and then I'm going to go all the way around the edge of the mouth. Then I'm going to take a piece of the foam, and I'm going to just kind of lay it in there and stick it down inside his mouth and push down. Make sure that if you have a dual set glue gun, that you have it set on low. I had it set mine on high earlier and it melted. It was an accident that it was set on high. So then you're going to let that dry. Shouldn't take very long. And then you're going to come back with some scissors or something sharp, and we're going to trim the foam from the edge of the mouth. And I find if you kind of pull the foam tight and then kind of saw it back and forth, it does cut pretty easily. Okay, so you're gonna cut this off on all your pieces, and then we will continue on with our project. Okay, I want to show you real quick an easier way I found to do this. Instead of holding it, if I take my hand and put my hand on the ball and pull this with my other hand, then I can cut much easier, and I still have control of my knife, and I'm not cutting into my fingers. Okay, so that's a much easier way. Just put your hand on the ball to hold the ball and pull the foam tight with your other hand. Okay? Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some cans here. I have two different sizes. I have a large one and some smaller ones. And we're going to cover these with foam to make our pipes. So I'm going to start with those smaller ones. And I'm actually I want a lip on this pipe. I'm going to cut that down a little bit so that the lip will hang over. Perfect. Okay. So, and I want to go all the way down to the edge of my can. And this is really your personal preference too, of what you want your pipes to look like. going to measure this as the same size. I want it to overlap a little bit, just so that it has something to stick onto here. Okay, so there's part of our pipe. Then the pipe actually has like a lip that goes around. So I'm going to go around again. And this piece looks like it's perfect. So what I'm going to do is cut this piece. The same. And I think I'm going to need 2 packages of foam to get all 3 of my cans done. And depending if you're just making 1 or you're making 2, you know, whatever. So I'm going to try and keep my seams all in the same place so that I don't have that being an issue. But I'm just going to overlap here so that it kind of gives a little bit of dimension. Oh, I went the wrong way. I was like, why is this not working? Okay. I need to go this way, because my long piece is here, my short piece is on the back. That's what I need to do. I just need to turn it over. I'm going to put my seam in the same place. To make this little pipe, and you're going to do this to all of your pieces, however many you've decided to do. I got glue everywhere on my hands though. Okay, so here is my little pipe. You can see this with the little detail there with the half piece and get all the glue off of it. Alright, so we'll do all those cans. Now let's work on our little flowers here. We've got their mouths are covered in red. So the next thing you need are these, they're called Pop Dot tape, and they come in 3 different sizes. I'm not sure, it's sticky, but I'm not sure how sticky it's going to be. So you have like a thicker one, a medium one, and then a thin one. And we're going to use this thin one. Yeah, let's use this thin one to line the plant's lips. Oh, it is sticky. Okay, okay. It's already sticky. Alright, so that's sticky, and yeah, it has paper on that side, so don't take that paper off. Leave that on, because otherwise it'll be sticky on both sides. Okay. Okay, so here's our little mouth. Now we're going to do the dots for the plant. So for that, I'm going to use the big ones. And if you have white dot stickers, that's fine. I just didn't have anything, and these came in a pack of 3, so I'm going to cut these into round little pieces. However, when I bought them, I did not realize they were already sticky on the back. So that's either going to help me or curse me. So we're just going to put little dots on all of our plants here. So I'm going to finish this up and then we'll do the teeth. Okay, so here's my little dots on here. They don't really need that many. You could do more. And I know Dollar Tree does sell the actual dots. So if you wanted to actually make a little dot, they're already punched out that are smaller, you can. So for the teeth, I'm going to use the medium one. And I'm going to cut off just a little piece. And then, because this is sticky, I'm going to cut it diagonally to make a tooth. And then what I'm going to do is just stick it on his lip. And if you have trouble with it sticking or you think it needs it, you can do hot glue. Or if you wanted it up underneath, you could put it up underneath and do it that way. But you're just going to do teeth all the way around on all of your plants. Okay, so now I'm going to put a small hole wherever you want your plant. Like if you want him coming straight up, then you would put it on the bottom. For this guy, I want him to kind of come off the side. So I'm going to do his hole right here. So I'm just going to make a little hole. Here, right here. Okay. Now you can just leave it in here like this. This is pretty secure. Or you can shoot some hot glue right there and shove your dowel rod in there. So now you have your plant on its stem. We're also going to make some leaves. That's why I said I think you need 2 packs to get the green. Or go to Hobby Lobby and get big pieces. I'm going to use some of my spare pieces here.
I think it is not.
Oh, hi, buddy. You checking it out?
Mm-hmm. Whoa! Incredible!
It's incredible.
Yeah.
You're on video here. So we're going to put the leaf on here. So you can put however many leaves you want. Watch out, buddy. I have the hot glue gun. I'm just going to do 1 leaf on this guy for now. I might do more later, but just cut out a little leaf pattern, and you're going to glue just the bottom of it. Like I said, you can do 1, 2. I'm going to wait to put more leaves until I know how much scrap I have left. But there's that. So Titus just brought in some black foam. I actually took some of the orange foam that was in the package and spray painted it black because I didn't have any black and I had some black spray paint. So yeah. So now let's open up this foam block that we painted with earlier. And I'm going to show you how to finish up this project. All I did that for was to get the indentation to show me how big a piece I needed. And I'm going to just cut this around a little bit. You don't need that big of a piece. I hate foam. It's so messy. And I'm just going to slice off a piece. I know. Ugh. Is it hard for your ears? It's hard for mine. You know what's great for this, which I don't have, are those Dollar Tree cake slicer things. I've seen those. I need to buy some of those because I think that would be great for cutting foam. So the reason I didn't use the whole piece is because I don't think I need it. I'm going to cover this with the black. And then I'm going to trim it. And that's going to fit in our can. Before you put it in your can, you want to make a hole for your dowel rod.
What's a dowel rod?
What's a dowel rod? And I'm going all the way through my foam. This is a dowel rod. Where's my plant? Did you take the plant? What'd you do with it? Oh, it's over here. I put it out of the way. Alright, so now you have your plant.
You can do that. There you go. And then put it in there.
And put it in there. Now I'm going to stick some hot glue at the bottom of this.
Yeah. So you can, so it can stick all the way.
Yep. Now if you wanted to put weight in the bottom of your can, now's a good time to put like maybe marbles or something like that in there. Ouch.
Did that hurt?
It did hurt.
There we go. A
There we
plant.
go. A piranha plant.
Look at everybody.
Oh, you moved it, honey. You can't move it. So, there's our piranha plant. And this one that I'm showing you actually doesn't have the teeth on it, but I will show you the one that has the teeth on it, and then we will go from there. Alright, so I want to show you, I changed up my teeth regimen, if you will. I took a piece of the foam and I painted it with chalk paint. If you have spray paint, I would recommend that. I just happen to be out of white spray paint, and I don't have time or energy or want to go to Walmart and buy some more. So, I just painted it with chalk paint, which worked out fine. Cut off a little piece, and then you're going to cut off a small rectangular or a small triangle piece, and then that gives you the angle to just back and forth cut triangles for your teeth. So I just painted over the pink foam because I have a boy and he told me he likes all the colors of the rainbow except pink. So then I just took a thin bead of hot glue and just stuck the tooth right into the hot glue. So this is what our little piranha plant looks like now with his little teeth. He's adorable. Well, as adorable as a piranha plant can be. So I'm going to get the rest of these finished up, and I will set them on my table so you guys can see them.